Hey, how's it going? Video game consoles are important because how else do you expect me to play Dinosaur? Now, I've seen a lot of people make a console tier list, but they're all wrong. And since I play video games, I know I'm perfectly qualified to make a perfect list. And don't even bother trying to debunk my list in the comments because I will absolutely implode you. And with all that being said, NES. Not that fucking thing, this fucking thing. The NES is the first console ever created, don't fact check that. Which means it's the best, right? Wrong. It's actually the most dog shit piece of plastic ever created. Oh, it can play Mario, who fucking cares? So can my calculator. For this, I'm gonna have to place the NES at F for fuck Nintendo, because I'm a real gamer. Next up, we got Super NES. And this is what I'm talking about. Nintendo said, look at this 8-bit piece of garbage, and doubled it and gave it to the next person. 16-bit graphics, baby. Just look at it. It looks so good. And the music, it's so fucking good. Just listen to this shit. It's orgasmic. And for that, Super NES is going in D tier. PlayStation is the first console to beat the NES in sales. And while you guys see a good console, I see nothing but a pile of buffalo shit. PlayStation? More like gay station. Cause the PS1 is pretty ass. A tier. While we're on the topic of best-selling game consoles, PS the second one is the most sold game console of all time. And I can't blame the people for this one. Just the logo alone is beautiful! The PS the second one is getting an S tier from me. But wait, what is that I hear? It must be Xbox. Now this thing is f***ing huge, and everyone knows the bigger the better. So I'm gonna give Xbox a B+ for better than PlayStation. You're all so mad right now. Next up, we got the stupidest named console of all time, the Xbox 360. The N64 was named the N64 because it was a 64-bit console. So Microsoft, answer me this question. Why the fuck is it called the Xbox 360? Do you think you're better than everyone else? Well, you're not. And that's why I'm gonna put you in B+, for still better than PlayStation. N64. When talking about the N64, I got two words for you. Donkey Kong 64 and Gex. S tier. Atari 2600 thinks they can just pull a fast one on me. I have secret information for everyone. I'm actually a secret FBI agent, and the Atari 2600 never existed. It was all a trick, and the NES was the first game console. And for that, the Atari 260 gets an A tier. Congratulations. Nintendo Wii. What am I, a fucking baby? I don't play childish games like Wii Fit and Ninja Breadman. Smack a diaper on my ass, place a controller in my hands, and put on Fortnite, and I'll be content for weeks. F tier. If you didn't think it could get any worse, Reggie, that fucking madman, took the Wii and put a tablet in the controller and said, here's your next console, the Wii U. And I've never been more disgusted with anything in my entire life. So I think I'm gonna slam this one down in the T tier, for this console makes me want to have an anal evacuation. Next up, we get the Sega Master System. F tier. Next up, we get the Sega Genesis. And this bad boy was the originator of Sonic. And Sonic, it's pretty cool, is what I would say if I was stupid. The two games I would like to point out for this console is Bonanza Bros and the Great Waldo Circus. A tier. Next up on the list is the Sega Game Gear. And they finally did it. They made the best game console of all time. The human race as a whole should be rejoicing in the idea that we can play Sunky anywhere, anytime. S tier. The PS number 3. When the PS3 came out, I'ma be honest, it was ass. But then, if you look a little bit closer, you can see the font they chose for the logo was the Spider-Man 3 font. And that's the movie where Toby did his little dancey dance. So that makes this console, C tier. Throughout history, there's been one question unanswered. What the fuck is a GameCube? No one knows. But it doesn't fucking matter. Listen to this. what the fuck is this thing? Whatever it is, I'm sure it's better than the Wii U. The Dreamcast came out after the Game Gear, and I don't know why Sega even tried to succeed something as perfect as the Game Gear, F tier. What the fuck did I just say? Everyone hates on the name Xbox One, but it's actually secretly genius. How do I know this? Well, it's cause I'm a secret FBI agent. Although this was Microsoft's third Xbox, this is actually their best. And it says so in the name Xbox #1. They're basically saying third time's the charm. So with that being said, I'm happy to announce that the Xbox One is going in F tier. PS4. Now when it comes to the PS4, I've never heard a console struggle so hard to play fucking Minecraft. The thing sounds like it's a goddamn airplane taking off. And this is the console that made Kratos sound like a fucking twink. I'm gonna have to give it a solid B tier. Now let's switch it up and talk about Nintendo Switch. And wait, isn't that the entire Wii U library F tier? Since we just talked about how good Nintendo's newest handheld is, now let's talk about where it all began, the Nintendo Game Boy. And goddamn, why the fuck was this thing so goddamn green? And it also took 4 batteries to display 2 pixels? Has Nintendo lost their goddamn mind? But wait, is that Donkey Kong 128 the sequel to the beloved Donkey Kong 64? I'm sold. S tier. Alright, so right here we got the Nintendo DS. So the Nintendo DS was the most sold handheld console of all time, and I'll tell you why. Look no further than The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. No gamer has ever had an experience quite like it, and it's definitely the best Zelda game of all time. And it's possible due to the stick shaped like a penis. Thanks Nintendo. S tier. And last but not least, we got the 3DS. And this is just a DS, but shitty. The Zelda game is nothing like Spirit Tracks, and I got a brain aneurysm from the 3D on the console. And for that, the 3DS gets an F for f*** you. And that about wraps up this list. Again, this list is perfect.